You know, I was going to do a video on the First Amendment, on the burning of the flag, but I couldn't. I'm not going to. The events of Minneapolis at Annunciation Catholic School, they've just taken over my head. Most other things become meaningless to me when I hear that yet another event in the United States has robbed a family of their small child, has shattered once again a community. And we're sitting here doing nothing. Another arsenal purchased absolutely legally and lawfully under American laws. Another instance when our lawmakers have failed us terribly. The same Americans and the same lawmakers that have decided to build an altar to the Second Amendment so they can worship it over every other amendment in the Constitution and have forgotten about the promise of life and the pursuit of happiness, because those two children at Annunciation Catholic School will never be able to experience it. The same lawmakers that have abdicated by now their duty to protect their communities and safekeep the most vulnerable. They blame mental health, but then refuse to create laws that require mental health evaluation before anybody can buy a gun. They blame mental health, but then defund community programs and make mental health unachievable, certainly less easily achievable than buying a firearm. And so they resort to attacking and blaming the LGBTQ plus community so that they don't have to face the real problem. They choose to focus on gender identity so that they don't have to find a real problem, and forget that incidents from Sandy Hook to Columbine to Emmanuel African Church in Charleston are committed by white young men. But that clearly doesn't matter when you're trying to exploit prejudice so that you don't have to find a real solution. The White House chooses to blame demonic forces instead of trying to find a solution that's robbing Americans of their family. And obviously, when all else fails and you can't blame anybody else, just send thoughts and prayers.